I can explain. Or maybe I can't explain. Either way, hi, I haven't posted YouTube videos in 1 year. If this is your first video of mine, I think it's best if you go watch something else. I've got some good stuff out there. It'll give you a better idea of what this channel is about. If this is not your first video of mine, then hi, long time no see. I want to talk about what's going on, why I was gone for so long, and what's the game plan from this point forward. As a general warning, I will get into some heavier topics and discuss some not so positive feelings, so if you're not in the right headspace to follow along, I completely understand. If you watch past this point, then you are okay with the possibility that this video might be a bit of a bummer. Also, I'm recording this all mostly in one take and with my phone microphone, so this might sound a little bit different than usual. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to make this video, the first one being that I figured it would clear some things up. I uploaded pretty regularly for about 2 years, and then one day I simply stopped. If I were on the other side of the screen, I think I would like to get some sort of update, even if it's just because of sheer curiosity. The second reason is that my situation is not uncommon. Long story short, I was gone because of burnout. Lots of YouTubers have made videos on burnout. There's nothing about my specific case that makes it any more special. But when other creators make videos talking about their experiences, it makes me feel connected to them, almost. Less alone. I appreciate their honesty and I almost envy their openness. I started this channel because I wanted to make the kind of content that I like to watch, so maybe this video will help someone out too. Who knows? The third reason is that I just wanted to make it, and I haven't felt like that in a while, so I'm seizing this opportunity. I don't know how open I should be on the internet. Again, this might be kind of a bummer, a little rambly or repetitive, maybe, I don't know. I had a more structured out video script that I edited and re-edited like a dozen times, and it was like 10 pages long or something, and I was gonna make this super elaborate speed paint drawing to go with it, and I was planning this whole thing out, and just thinking about it made me feel so tired. That's kind of the thing with burnout, you're just tired all the time. Your work does not bring you joy anymore. I'm recording this on my phone because just the thought of setting up my microphone makes me feel exhausted. So, why the burnout? I feel like there's part of it that's kind of my fault. I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I set these goals for myself and then I get super worried about reaching them even if they don't really matter to anyone else, and I also get really mad at myself if I don't reach them, and it's like this whole thing. My old upload schedule was intense, and maybe it was good for back when I was at it in like 2020, but it was not good for 2021. But since I had already spent a year making 2 videos a month, then I felt like I couldn't scale it back, or else everyone would be mad at me, or I wouldn't get the success that I was hoping for, or I would cause my channel to just blow up in my face and destroy everything that I had built, and I had already built this thing, and then people would be disappointed in me if I just let it crumble to pieces, because what else are you gonna do? You gotta build something, you gotta make something out of your life, you gotta get a job and then get a better job, and my brain would just like think like that all day, every day, and it's exhausting. It's really bad. I do not recommend it. I keep thinking of the worst case scenario for any given situation, and once I build this horrible picture in my mind, then I have to prepare myself for it. With the videos, for instance, the worst case scenario would be not being able to make videos, so I had to build a video buffer in case I had to take a week off or something, meaning that if I managed to finish a video in like 10 days instead of 2 weeks, then those 4 leftover days would be spent working on an extra video instead of taking a break or something. And once I got 1 extra video complete, then I had to make another and then another, because if 2 is good, then 3 is even better, and you have to be better. You have to constantly be the best version of yourself that you can be. Otherwise, it's all just going to fall apart. I just kept increasing the standards until it was impossible for me to keep up with them. Nothing was ever good enough. No productivity levels, no matter how extraordinary, could ever be enough. Raising the bar just meant that I was now expected to keep raising it, because that's what I do. That's what I am. I am good, and I have to continue being good. And that's all in my head. That is not a healthy way of thinking or of living life. I am aware of that, and I am working on my mental health so I don't have to keep living like this and being so hard on myself all the time. If you can relate to the stuff that I just said, then I at least want you to know that you are not alone in feeling or thinking that way, and that there is help out there if you wish to reach out for it. But at the same time, I know that this is all in my head, but also just completely waving off the cause of my burnout as though it were just the crazy machinations of my unstable mind. I don't know, it would be kind of unrealistic. YouTuber burnout videos are almost like a joke at this point. Everyone's got their heartfelt burnout video, and like I said, I really appreciate them. I love that mental illness is becoming more and more destigmatized. I love how we can have a conversation about these issues nowadays. I love the connection that the internet can bring us, and how it can make us feel less alone. It's all great stuff. But I also feel like this is all a symptom of a larger issue, And we can't keep blaming burnout solely on the workers, on the individuals. And I'm almost afraid of talking about this stuff in a video because, if it's all in my mind, then it's cool. It's something that I gotta deal with, in my brain. But then there's the real life stuff too, climate change and economic ruin and a growing sense of prejudice and harassment, and just the constant underlying notion that human life means so little to the people with the power to enact significant change, and how hard we have to constantly keep fighting just to survive in this tormented pit of our own creation. But I don't want to talk about it, because it makes me too sad. And it is sad. Hey, maybe I wouldn't feel like I had to keep getting better and better jobs and doing more and more and more and just keeping up with the constant shifting of the tides and just being this extraordinarily productive version of myself, all for the sake of just surviving. Very basic survival. It's sad. I don't want to talk about it. It's really sad. I try to make positive videos. I like to engage with art by trying to see the good in it, and I like to highlight what works in a piece of art in order to learn from positive example and encourage a sense of appreciation. And this doesn't mean that I can't talk about bad stuff, but I usually lean more towards a thing good lens rather than a thing bad one. Because that's just the way that I like to engage with art, it's not the inherently better way of doing it. It's just how I like to do things. And I don't want to keep putting bummers out into the world. Art makes me feel good. And I like to understand why it makes me feel good. And I like to talk about how it works because I think it's wonderful. And we can make really good things. I don't want to keep talking about the many real-life things that make me sad or terrified or frozen in place, because as a content creator, it's almost like I have a responsibility to try and put a positive spin on it so that people don't leave my videos feeling absolutely hopeless. It's just that I don't think that I can do this right now. My brain is bad, but my burnout wasn't entirely my fault. It is also not the fault of all of those other YouTubers that make videos on burnout. It's not all our fault all the time. And I am tired of pretending that it is. And I want things to be better. I am just very tired. I told you this one might be kind of a bummer. Please don't sue me. So to summarize, my brain's gunked up right now. So I'm tired now, as I have made abundantly clear, and because I am tired, I am resting. Since the end of 2021, I have been struggling with a lot of fatigue, and it comes and goes as the weeks pass, but I have had some nasty spells where I can barely get out of the couch, and that's a thing that I gotta deal with. And if you're dealing with a similar thing, you are not alone, and we're gonna make it out, man, because we're trying. And then, when I do have the energy to work on personal projects, I find that I get tired a lot more easily than I used to, so I'm not able to get as much done as I would like, or as I did in the past. And that's kind of what it's been like for me. My experiences are not universal, and they don't define the textbook symptoms of burnout or anything. And like I said, I have been getting help, and I am trying to heal as much as I can. I am not a health professional, so please don't take this video as anything other than a personal exercise in openness. Will I come back, though? Probably. I want to. I really want to. Here's a list of stuff that I would like to work on if I have the means or the time or the energy to do it. Moomin Valley Season 3. Yes, it's coming. I will make a video about it someday. I just don't know when. Season 3 was probably my favorite season, and I'm a massive fan of the series still, and my plan would be to make a video for Moomin Troll side of things, one for Snufkin side of things like I usually do, and maybe I'll even get to make a third video talking about some side characters, because honestly, there is just a lot that I want to say about this show, and I really love it, and I have a lot of fun analyzing it and thinking about it, so that's what we're gonna do someday. I would love to make a long-form video on Zoe 101, like everyone's doing nowadays. I love watching these long series retrospectives and analysis, and it's just a very good time. I love putting it on as background noise. There's a reason why those videos have been getting so popular, and it's that there's an audience for them. It's me. I'm that audience, and I like to make the kind of videos that I want to watch, so why not give it a shot? Zoe 101 was my favorite Nickelodeon sitcom back in the day, and I ended up rewatching it for the first time in 10 years during my hiatus, and I had a lot of fun rewatching it, and I would love to share the fun with you guys. In the meantime, if anyone else is planning on making a long video on Zoe 101, please don't be mad at me. And also please hit me up because I would love to talk about it. Also, if I end up taking so long to release this video that the long video retrospective format has become cringe, please don't cancel me, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. The main thing though, my biggest dream, and this is the big one. Until I have released this video, you can be 100% sure that I am not done with YouTube. The one thing that I need to do, the one movie that I have always wanted to analyze. The Brave Little Toaster. No joke, for realsies, pinky promise, cross my heart and hope to die, step on a crack and break your toaster's back, I'm calling dibs on this one. The Brave Little Toaster is my movie, and it's the reason why I made this channel, and I'm gonna f***ing talk about it. I wanna talk about The Brave Little Toaster. Someday. Just you wait. And also, an extremely petty goal, I want to reach 100,000 subscribers. Someday. I'm not trying to turn this into a stretch goal or anything, like, oh, if we reach 100k until the end of the year, I will legally marry Snufkin or whatever. Numbers aren't everything. I am way more concerned with community over status. I make videos because I want to. People with more or less subscribers than me are not inherently better or worse than me. It's meaningless. It's just a number on a screen. But like, wouldn't it be neat? I think it would be neat. It's just something to daydream about, you know? It's harmless, it's fun for my brain. It helps to keep me going. I don't know what else to say. I think it would be neat. Why not try? And there's like a billion other things that I would love to make videos on. I had to stop because my body made me, not because I planned on stopping or because I wanted to stop. You guys have been very nice to me. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to deal with this. The impression that a lot of people have about the internet is that it's really bad, but you guys are so nice and so positive, and I am so happy that I get to share my ideas with the world and that the world likes my ideas, you know? If you have ever watched a video of mine or liked it or commented on it, just know that you already helped, you already did the best thing that you could do. If, however, you are feeling kind of stuck after watching this video and you wish you could do more or you wish you could help out in some way, then just dropping a word of encouragement in the comments would already be amazing. Doesn't even have to be for me. It can just be a nice word for people who are struggling with the same thing. If you know somebody in your life who is going through burnout or struggling with fatigue or a lack of creativity or any of the nasty things that are bummers in this world, if you know someone who is struggling, you can reach out to them if you feel like that is something that you can do. And if you are struggling, then maybe scroll through the comments and see if anyone has left a nice word in there. Let's all be nice to each other. We have done a very good job so far at that, so let's just keep on doing it. Also, huge, mega, absolute blast of a shout out to my patrons. I am incredibly grateful for the support you have shown me. You make me want to keep going, and I will keep going. And thank you so much for your trust in me. I don't even know how to deal with this. What you guys have done for me is amazing, and thank you so much for trusting in me. I hope that I can repay that trust back. Is that an expression? I hope I am. Just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you are watching this video far into the future and I still haven't come back, then take this final message as an update. Yes, I'm fine. Yes, I will be back someday. No, I don't know when. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!